chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Take off my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain. People acting different, so I asked, can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I want.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Arizona Cardinals. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
There's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run with Jones on first down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brought down at the 48.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's got Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
Brandon McManus lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7.
Set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7-yard pickup.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
He's got the hook up to Dylan Cantrell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On first down, Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Jones. Good move at the 30. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Buccaneers.
Seven, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And inches at the 7-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep. Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Dylan Cantrell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too. That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there. Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer. Easier said than done, though. Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now,
ground, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He's going to look deep down the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Murray. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know.
Yeah.
Well, the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking on the midfield logo. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll let one go deep for Howard. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On second down, it's Jones. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now they're staring at a fourth down as Arizona's defense does its job.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Second and 8.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Shotgun now from Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. On 1st and 10, here's Murray going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Gain of 18.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at the 38.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Operating from the gun. Murray being chased out left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Thrown to the sideline. And
so with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, but a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And this is off the left upright, and it caroms in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock it.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And give him a gain of 37. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, Murray. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, Cardinals. McManus now for the extra point.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down and goal. Murray under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Murray. He can run, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. He goes underneath the Drake. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Murray throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Now back to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And got his man complete. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's good concentration right there, and he did a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. And it certainly doesn't hurt that at 6'5", he's got a big wingspan that allows him to go up and complete that play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now McManus for the extra point. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They'll drop to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he finds Howard complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there for Arizona. 51 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse.
And now here is another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Brandon McManus lining.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
10-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Right back to Drake. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
5-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
The keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitz...
And my goodness, another interception. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
The pass intercepted by the Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cardinals, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.